chosen ones, empaths, and all the real ones. You got to understand that narcissists, they they misinterpret what you give as you're giving that for some kind of transactional benefit, like you're doing all of these things to be in their life, right? They don't think this straight away, but the longer that you're around them, being around them, they're thinking, hey, this person wants me around. All right, so this is what they're under that impression. So a lot of you have been ghosted, abandoned, discarded, and it's not just romantic relationships; it's all types of relationships and friends, family members, and they'll go in their own direction, and they're under the impression that you won't survive without them. All right, they think you really need them. Okay, and for a certain time, you can be even under the impression that you really need them. Please like, share, and subscribe. So what you have to do is go through the process of getting to the place where you understand that you don't need them. You don't need their protection. You don't need their guidance. You don't need, this is all sorts. You don't need their, what they offer as love. You don't need their support. You don't need nothing from them. Okay, the quicker that you can realize that is the quicker that you, fully realize that. All right, it would be a process. That's what I mean by the process. It's a process for you to understand that you fully don't need them. It's not just in a flick of a switch. Okay, it can be, but a lot of you might be where it's a process that you have to go through. It's different for everyone. But some people I speak to, they notice in an instant that they don't need them. All right. Don't need you. But some of you, it takes some time to go through the process, let the brain filter, let the heart come attune, let everything get into motion, and then you realize. Okay, so when I'm telling you, they are under the impression that you cannot survive without them, and many of you are on social media, so they kind of gauge it and think that you can't survive without them, especially with how you're displaying it on there. They'll be under that impression, and even if you're not, they'll be curious, but they'll think, right, yeah, they can't survive without me. And this is the point. This can be a family member that think you can't go off into the world with on your own. You can't survive without them. This can be a friend, romantic relationship. Like the friend will think that you can't. You need their protection, or you need their moral support. You need their, they think you need their presence. Okay, romantic relationships think that you're dependent upon them. You can't survive without them, and that's why I'm saying all of you need to go through the process of showing them that you actually can. Show them you actually can. I'm not saying you need to prove anything to them, but for yourself, like, you can all do it. Like, you don't need this person. And that's why I'm saying the quicker that you realize that you don't need this person is when your actions start changing, right? You start leading by action, right? You are changing. You are making actions to better yourself. You never forget your scars. You never forget what they've done to you, but you go on. It doesn't define you, and you go on and you go on and you develop, right? This is what it's about. So knowing that you don't need this person in your life is something that you have to be sure of, right? Now, if you're under the impression that you do need them in your life, what is it that they bring to your life that makes your life more easier or bearable, or like, what is it that they do? Okay, even if this is a romantic relationships and they used to, they would help you with the children. What is that like long term? A lot of the times they'll turn those very children against you, or they'll make you out to be the enemy and stuff like that. So the anything that you think you're gaining from them is transactional. They're taking something back from you. Okay, they're exploiting you in some sort of way. So you actually don't necessarily need anything from them. All right, you don't progress. It's almost like one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back, and you're just staying in the same place. Like, it's not like they're helping you just selflessly. All right, so nothing, there's not actually anything they really did. All right. And then like even in intimacy, right, in romantic relationships, that's transactional for them. All right. They think that they're somehow, like, that's why they can pull away, right, and make you dependent upon them and make you be lonely and shit like that. Like, the quicker you realize you don't need them, what comes with that. You don't need to put up with a relationship of that kind of dysfunction because just for the sake of being intimate or just having someone by your side. Like, you don't need to put up with that. And this is why you all need to get to that place where you realize that you don't need them. All right. If you're not in the place of where you don't need them, it's difficult to progress. Okay. So trust the process. You will get to the place that you don't need them. It's just not going to happen instantly for you if you're still stuck in that place. All right. But it's something that you should try and work towards. All right. It's something that you should try and work towards. Make that your goal. Okay. Because the moment that they see that you can survive without them is the moment they start breaking no contact. I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you, you can go ghost, radio silent, not on social media, nothing, right? The moment that you make some kind of appearance in some way, shape, or form, the narcissist is there, all right? Now, this is why I'm saying to you, for those of you that are like overly posting, right, on social media, right? Not overly posting, but like you're trying to display to the narcissist or trigger to them. They can see through that. All right, I'm not saying they've got great perception and stuff like that, but they can see through it that it's from a place of hurt, or you're trying to make them jealous, or you're trying to do these things. All right, like I've told you many times before, narcissists can probably spot other narcissists, right? And some of you may be displaying a romantic relationship to try and make the narcissist jealous. That's why I say, even friendships and stuff, like, don't get into something so soon just to make someone jealous, right? And I know that the empath and the chosen one and genuine soul can actually do that because you're so distraught and hurt that you think that you need company, and then you start trying to make the narcissist jealous. Narcissists will see that they're another narcissist, and they actually, I've told you this before, narcissists would actually encourage you to move on. That's why they'll say to you, end of relationships, move on, or they'll say stuff like that, because they think you're fundamentally subservient and dependent upon them, and you can't survive in life. So they can recognize you in a romantic relationship and you not being fulfilled. They can recognize that. They won't make a move. They won't make a sound. They'll just let you get on with it. They'll think, right, yeah, doesn't matter. Okay. But when you take your time and you build up, okay, and you sincerely with action start showing that you can survive without them, they will make an appearance. All right. When you because you'll start doing things differently. Okay, you'll do things differently. Okay, you see, if you look at this channel, I didn't start talking about narcissism. I was talking about other things. All right, I didn't make this channel to talk about narcissism. Okay, it was just a journey. All right, like, I knew about narcissism, right, but I was talking about other topics. And if you notice, I do delve off into other topics as well surrounding it and stuff like that. So that wasn't my intention, right? So that's the same for you. Like, the actions that you take will be something that necessarily will make an impact to the narcissist, that will show them that you can survive without them. You see, it will show them that you can. You'll make some appearance. Like I said, I was never on social media. I wasn't on nothing. All right. But even friends and stuff, like, a lot of people don't know that I'm doing YouTube, but some friends have found out and they've seen it and stuff like this. This is the thing, and that's YouTube. It's not like you can just do a name search or a username search or something like that when you're on these other kind of apps. I don't know how they work really because I don't use them, but I know Facebook is name, but Instagram is different, so they probably can't find you. But all I'm saying is they can maybe look up a friend, or they look at someone that's connected with you and they go to your followers. That's what they'll go through, stuff like that, to check where you are when you've gone ghost and you've gone radio silent. All I'm saying is they won't make that move until they see that you've leveled up. When they see you leveled up, that's when they get a kick in the teeth and they're like, oh shit, you know, excuse my language, but they're like, they're really shocked, you know, because they are under that impression. So even if they're out there and they're struggling in that keeps them going in that direction, going in motion of that direction, because they know that you're stuck, or they have an awareness that you're stuck. So please, everyone, you don't need them for anything at all. Anything at all. You actually like nothing. All right? You don't need nothing from them. Anything that you gain from them, or you think you gained, even if it was a gift, there's a motive, there's an agenda, there's something going on with why they're giving you that gift, or why they're doing this, or why they're being nice, or why they're being like that. You know, everything's a motive, and you really don't need someone like that in your life. So please, everyone that maybe hasn't got to the understanding of it, you don't need them in your life. Please, everyone that's stuck there, try to work towards it. You will get there. So anyway, thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. I'm now offering private custom videos delivered within 24 hours too, that will answer questions of yours or concerns you have. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you'd like to. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. All links you need are in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.